Hey, I'm gonna try to make this quick for once and whatnot. So we're doing a schedule change and a vote today. Well, the schedule change is not today, the vote is today though and stuff. So, for those been around for a while and stuff, you might remember that I tried to specifically simplify my schedule down to being 6 videos per day at some point in the past because I just kept starting games the day that they would come out, but then they would dogpile like crazy and suddenly I'd have like 12 playthroughs at once and then it was really hard to like make sure I finished everything and so on. That was the old days. Nowadays I do six playthroughs at once, generally speaking. Something starts, it ends, then I pick a new thing, and it doesn't matter when stuff comes out, and so on and so forth. It's been so much more manageable. I do get constant video comments being like, well, why aren't you playing this? And stuff like that when the game comes out. And I'm like, yeah, but something else has to finish first. That's how the schedule works. And people don't get that because they're used to channels that just chase the video the moment it comes out. And then whether stuff ever gets finished or not, be damned and stuff like that. But that's not how I try to run things anymore. So on the left, we have our current schedule, our little right now schedule. What I've been doing lately is I have multiplayer videos and Let's Tries on alternating days. And as already you can see that that's kind of contradicting and breaking my current idea of doing 6 videos per day, because at some point I started doing that nonsensical slot, because I was like, how do I put these videos out, because they're happening anyway. I do want to do Let's Tries still, because of the fact that like I get so many codes for so many games and I can't cover all of them, and it'd be nice to do daily videos. Also, you guys seem to like the Let's Tries. The Let's Tries do very well on this channel, and I can see why, because it's basically doing a part 1 of a series every single day, and part 1 of a series always does the best of that series. So covering a new game every day keeps people, you know, it's a new novelty to check out every day at the very least, if you don't like the current shows or whatever the hell. And also I get a chance to cover all these games that are coming in my inbox, so I want to keep the Let's Tries. I've been trying to keep them in my schedule for years now. They would come by for a few weeks, then disappear again and stuff like that. Lately they've been on an alternating day with multiplayer, and that's been pretty consistent. I've been happy with that, but I have 2 problems. One, there's way too many games to Let's Try, or 3 problems really. 1, there's too many games to Let's Try. 2, I've been doing these nightly multiplayer streams and I'm so far behind on putting the videos out, because every other day, even when it's the entire stream's worth of video, is just not enough output to actually keep up with the amount of streaming that's happening. And then 3, it's not really doing the whole 6 shows thing that was the original idea. So I'm trying to get back to doing 6 shows, not counting the multiplayer. Lately I've been doing six shows on most days, on half of days, and 7 shows on the other half of days, because Let's Try comes in and out. Multiplayer is a weird extraneous thing. I want to keep the multiplayer specifically because it's just generally healthy for me to be having that nightly 2-hour multiplayer session with my friends, which hopefully you guys like too, where we hang out and socialize and everything like that. And I'm like, why not stream and record this? Because that's the line between play and work is fucked anyway. Haha. So like I want to keep doing that, and I don't want to back away from that, because I think it's good for me and my general demeanor to have access to that every day. So I'm keeping that, even though it is kind of weirdly a 7th show or something, but it comes easy. I cannot stress enough how much easier it is to just hang out and shoot the shit with some friends, and like not like that's so much. That's just, it's like it doesn't feel like that much of an addition to my workload, so it's not that big of a deal. But what I'm doing is I want to make Let's Tries every day now. The way I'm going to do that is that coming up on what day is it? The finales are going to be on Saturday for both Banner Saga and Prey Mooncrash. So Prey Mooncrash is going to be followed up by Let's Tries from that point on at the noon time slot. So the new schedule is going to be RPGs at 11 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. Currently Pathologic. Next one might be Vampire the Masquerade or something like that. There's a lot of candidates, actually. I shouldn't make promises. Noon will be a Let's Try, a different game every day, sometimes multiple games per video, because there's so many. 12:30 will be the multiplayer slot now every day instead of every other day. So those will both become daily shows now. 1 p.m. is the Patreon slot, which is currently BioShock. 2 p.m. is Zero Escape. 3 p.m. is the puzzle adventure game slot. Life is Strange is going to be over like immediately, like even sooner than the rest of the schedule changes, so that'll be followed up by Unavowed, an adventure game from Wadget Eye Games. I've covered I think I've covered 2 of their games before, Shardlight and stuff like that. Were they Shardlight and a post-apocalyptic one. Never mind, doesn't matter. But then I have this issue because I've got this one. I'm going from 2 slots to fill with games to 1 slot to fill with games, and I am happy with the schedule change. But the timing of it is the one thing that bums me out because I don't know what game to play. It's a problem. So we have these 4 games: We Happy Few, Death's Gambit, Shenmue, and Yakuza Kiwami 2. Are they're all games that people generally expect me to play. I like to play these vaguely Bioshocky games, so like a lot of people have been asking me when are you gonna play We Happy Few. Death's Gambit is a Souls-like game, so obviously people are into that idea. Shenmue, I think people are primarily interested in me playing because of the fact that I've already been covering the Yakuza series, and Yakuza is essentially like a Shenmue that didn't die immediately. It didn't disappear for like 20 years. It's like a Shenmue that kept having sequels and was successful on some level, whereas Shenmue kind of whatever the hell happened. But you know, nowadays Shenmue the 1 and 2 are getting an HD release. In fact, they're already out, and then Shenmue 3 is coming out via the Kickstarter thing, and so on, so on. Yeah. And then Yakuza Kiwami 2, because I played Yakuza 0, I played Yakuza Kiwami, and so Yakuza Kiwami 2 is out. Out of these games, 3 of them are already out. One of them comes out in a couple days after the Banner Saga ends. So what I want you guys to do is vote on which games you would like me to play. And the winner will be probably like whatever one wins will be the one I play first. And from then on, I'll make a decision about which ones I want to get to in the future and stuff like that. Some of these games, if they lose, I might never come back to. Some of these games, if they lose, I'll just have to find time for them later, and people looking forward to them will just have to be patient for a while. Like, I do plan on covering the entire Yakuza series eventually, hopefully. And so, Yakuza Kiwami 2, I certainly plan on playing at some point, but tell me whether or not you want me to play it, like, this upcoming week versus one of these other games and stuff like that. I'm going to play the trailers for all these games, I guess. Click the link in the description for the poll, and please vote. Let me know. Sorry if whatever you want doesn't happen. There's so many games, you guys. Have you noticed how many games there are? There's like infinite games. It's incomprehensible how many games there are. Thanks for watching like always, guys, and I'll see you next time. Also, there's Hollow Knight Guts and Glory. Sorry, I forgot.
with you.
What are you waiting for?
かっこいいやろ。
たくあんただけは読めねえな。
さあ今度は正々堂々勝負しようやないか。
よろしくお願いします。
まとめて相手してやる。始めましょう。フルハウス大丈夫や。皆様今宵はお前は行け。そして生きろ。俺にはまだやることがある。